It's a breezy night. Let's talk about the timing on the rain that will impact all of the upcoming events, including, by the way, the Highland Games. Have you ever been to a Highland Games competition? It's Scottish, and it's all these feats of strength. It's phenomenal. It's like an Olympics of strength, and it's all Scottish. They wear kilts. That's happening in Helotes this weekend. All right, south and southeast winds near 20 miles per hour still tonight. So still very breezy, 77. You see Old Glory moving, and look at that dew point, 71. Man, the sevens are wild out there tonight. So in other words, we're pretty close to saturation, 82% relative humidity. Remember, 77 degrees. If we cool to 71, our dew point, that means 100% humidity in the atmosphere saturated. This southeast wind's the reason why. Coming off the western Gulf, we've got gusts near 30 miles per hour east of the city tonight. It was 35 over at Del Rio earlier, now down to 29. So still a very windy night, but the winds will be dying down. As we get into Wednesday morning, still double-digit wind speeds, but just not as gusty. And then through the day tomorrow, wind should not be an issue. All right, temperatures today, we hit 92 at Hondo, 95 at Pearsall, 93 Del Rio, pair of 8s at Seguin, 86 at Kerrville, 82 at Bernie. A little warm for this time of year for sure. We hit 86. We should have stopped at 78. You know, no rainfall, even out of yesterday's little storm, well, big storm of hail, but it was really focused onto far west San Antonio. Not too far from a record from 1939, old record. All right, so overnight tonight, mid to upper 60s, which is about where we should be. The clouds will definitely be thick, but it will be dry. And then we should get some afternoon sunshine, and that'll heat us up near 90 again. And then we see triple-digit heat expected down to the south. Let's talk about this approaching system. This is a big area of low pressure that begins to dig in out to our west early Friday. The best chance of rain coming into Friday afternoon, Friday night, and into Saturday. So Friday plans might be okay, but by Friday night, we're definitely looking at a pretty good coverage on rain. Now, so far, and these are the global models. Remember, tomorrow we'll be 48 hours out, and that means we get a look at the high-resolution models. We put a little more confidence in those because they're just a little more fine-tuned. Well, this shows us the heaviest rain staying north. It is over the Texas Hill Country, perfect for the recharge and for the Edwards Aquifer, but we could see a thunderstorm or two slip down into the city. But then keep in mind, the model keeps everything north as far as the heaviest rain and heaviest pockets of rain, and then east. So we're not expecting a whole lot of rainfall, maybe a quarter of an inch to a half an inch at best over this 2-day rain chance. I mean, I'll call it a 2-day rain event. It's not going to really be too much more than that. But over the 14-day forecast, it's really the best chances of rain we're going to have in this exceptional drought. We could definitely use this rain. All right, so some hot, humid air the next couple of days. 90 degrees for the high tomorrow, 89 on Thursday. Both days with that hazy sunshine we've seen lately, both days with high humidity. Now, we do have weather impact alerts on Friday, Saturday. A lot of this has to do with the amount of activity going on in our city both days and how that's going to be impacted by some decent rain chances. Now, there could be a thunderstorm. And remember, if we slip a thunderstorm into this atmosphere, it will get strong and it could even get severe with some small hail like we saw yesterday. So we'll keep an eye on that. But 50% chance Friday night's the best chance, 40% on Saturday. For now, no chance Sunday. But look at how much cooler. 49, 46, even as cold as 43 on Tuesday morning, the 8th. That is chilly. Upper 60s on Sunday, Monday, going back to some 70s and 80s by the middle part of next week.